Welcome back to Scoota Gang, guys. Today we have an Ausom DT2 Pro. I've had this scooter for several months now, but I had it over the winter, so I didn't get to ride it too much during the winter. But I think we're up to about 330, 340 miles on it. I'll show you. We're gonna go real quick out and do the acceleration and the top speed test. I'll show you how fast this scooter really is, and then we'll come back here and talk more about the scooter. If you aren't familiar with Ausom, they're probably the best entry-level scooter brand right now. I'm gonna get you guys over to the spot and then we'll do the test quick before we go for our ride. No way, there's another guy on a scooter. Alright, before we get too far in this video, if you hear any rattling, it's this thing. Has like a suspension built in for the phone. It's not the scooter rattling. The scooter is dead silent. Super solid feeling. Oh, on the left. Nice scooter, bro. Speaking of wetness, you don't want to ride this scooter in the rain. Even on the website it says not to, but it could handle small splashes like going through puddles or whatever. Shouldn't be an issue. All right, here's a straightaway for acceleration and hopefully top speed. We'll see if we can reach it by the end here. We'll hit reset on the draggy. See what she's got, guys. For 1,100 bucks, it's fast. It's a fast scooter. Already at 30. $37, $38 that way. Let's try the other direction. Pretty fast, 7.69 for the 0 to 30. That's pretty fast, guys. For 1,100 bucks, that's fast. All right, round two. Saying 41 on the dash, but only 37 on this GPS. So that's two runs. We could run it one more on the way back here, but it's looking like about a 37 mile an hour scooter. If you're lighter than me, you'll get a bit more. I'm 200 pounds. I'm also wearing my full gear today, like every day. That adds a little weight, so anticipate you'll be a little heavier when you're geared up. 30, 35, 38, 38. Plenty of speed on this scooter. Let's look what we got there. About the same, 7.87. So that's some decent stats for you guys on the Ausom DT2 Pro here. About 37, 38 miles an hour, top speed. It is a little bit colder day still here. It's about 60 degrees, so you may squeeze one or two more out of that if it's nice. We'll go ahead and turn off the draggy for now, turn on some music, and go for a nice little ride. If you guys don't have helmet music, you're missing out. Riding through snow today, look at that. There's more snow, oh my goodness. See what I mean about it's still a little chilly out if all the snow hasn't even melted yet. Let's go check out the bike path, see how it's looking these days. Could be a little wet back there, but we'll be all right. Scooter's quick enough, you can hop in the road whenever you want. Why would you hop in the road? For stuff like that, when there's a snowbank blocking your way. If you guys have nice bike paths like this is really where this type of scooter excels. This scooter right here reminds me of my first ever dual motor scooter. About 6 or 7 years ago now, maybe, I got a 010X. It was almost $2,000 at the time. It didn't even have hydraulic brakes, but it was the same company, same factory as this. And this is just like so many years and models newer that they've worked out all the kinks, and it just rides on a rail. It just rides so good now. This type of dual motor scooter will get you anywhere in your city. It's so much more capable than a single motor scooter. Welcome back, guys. You saw it was about 38, 37 mile an hour scooter. As far as $1,100 goes, that's about on point with what you should get for this price point. Why do I still recommend the scooter if it's not crazy fast or anything? is the build quality and the engineering that goes into it. This scooter actually comes from a factory that was my original first hyper scooter back in the day, dual motor scooter, whatever you want to call it, the 010X. And it's basically a modern, refined version of that with everything fixed, nicer screen, nicer geometry, tubeless tires, right? Hydraulic brakes, like everything that I should have like wished for on that original dual motor scooter I had is on this, and it's cheaper. It's way cheaper than I paid back in the day. That was like an $1,800 scooter for something that was not nearly as good as this. So for 1,100 bucks, you're getting an insane package. That's what I think all around is what you get out of this scooter. When you look at it, you should realize that you're getting everything that you should want out of a mid-range scooter. So I want to take a minute and open up the scooter and show you what makes this different from a budget scooter. I think a lot of cheap scooters out there, you end up buying them and they're gonna not last very long because of several key reasons. So, first off, when we open this, you don't see any wires because they're all protected in here. Everything has padding on it, including the battery. A lot of cheap scooters, that's going to be your first indications that the battery is poorly packed. It's going to be moving around or it's going to be just loose. Step two, if it's a good scooter, it's going to have a very nice gasket like this, super thick premium gasket that is custom made to the exact box here, all around the edge. That's going to keep water out. Water damage is the biggest killer of electric scooters, especially if water gets in the deck here. It's going to take out your controllers and your battery. Now, when you move over here to the controllers itself, you're going to see something like this. This is called MT60 connector, and it's rated for 60 amps. A lot of scooters on these connections right here, which is your motor wires, it's going to have a very cheap connector on it. It's not rated for the amount of power that the scooter's pushing, whereas these have sufficiently rated connectors. Another indicator of quality is the charge port, and if it's anti-shock. A lot of these scooters out here, the cheap low-end scooters, have a charge port that can get shorted out simply by you making a small mistake. These, you cannot short this out no matter what you do, so it's safer for everybody. Now, the final thing about this scooter that really oozes quality to me is the geometry. When you take a look at the front wheel here, where they've placed the wheel in line with the steering pole and the trail and rake that produces, it makes this scooter have an extremely, extremely stable front end. So when you're riding it, and I'll show you a clip right now, you can go full speed with one hand on this scooter. Now, I don't recommend doing that everywhere. Obviously, if you hit a bump or something, it's not gonna be a good day, but it's a very, very stable scooter, and more so than anything else in this price range for sure. A lot of scooters in this price range for 1,100 bucks, you're not getting a steering damper or anything fancy. So it all comes down to the geometry of the scooter itself, whether it's gonna ride nice or not. The tires are the only thing that I don't like on this scooter, specifically just because of the tread pattern on it. It's very hard to find these tires. If you go on Amazon, they're not there. You have to order them from Ausom or from AliExpress. They take a while to get in. And so from that standpoint, you either have to buy like a mismatching tire or wait, right? Or buy two new tires and change both if you want them to match. That's the only thing I think they should change. If they just put on a normal tread that all of these scooters come with, then it would be readily available and you'd be able to order it whenever you need it. Now, one thing I always tell people on these Ausoms is since they use an NFC card to unlock, what I do is I get this little NFC sticker, I put it on the back of my phone. We're able to just turn the scooter on with my phone like that, no key required. I really love that feature, and every time I get an Ausom, I add my phone to it, right? A lot of other scooters, they have NFC chips, but it's not possible to add them very easily, new key cards. This scooter, they've made it easy to add extra, so I love that about it. You can add up to 10 cards to this. So now, if you're familiar with Ausom scooters, this is gonna all look very familiar here in the cockpit. You're gonna have turn signals here, a beeper, your dual and single motor switch. On the right, you have your throttle. This scooter has a freewheel speed of 50 miles an hour, as you can see on the screen. That translates, as we already saw, to about 38 on the road. We also have two lower gears. Sport mode goes about 37, eco 22. I tend to just ride it in race mode, and you get used to it after a bit. One other complaint I would say I have is this headlight. As you can see, it's sort of built into the frame itself here, so you can't angle it up and down. You're pretty much stuck with where it's aiming at. It's not the worst headlight at night, but it's definitely only going to be usable for like lit city streets and stuff like that. If you're out in the complete darkness, you're going to have to get a second headlight for sure for the scooter. But along the lighting, I do want to show you the bottom too, because this is very nice deck lighting on this scooter that really makes it pop at night. This scooter folds pretty easily. It just has a spin knob like this and then one safety feature here. And it's very, very strong feeling. This is a secure stem when you're riding it. When you pull on it, there's no sort of weakness to this at all. Same with the swing arms. When you come down here, very, very sturdy feeling, strong feeling swing arms. Don't mind the dirt. But these are what you want when you feel your scooter. A lot of these scooters in this price range come out with really, really cheap thin swing arms. For example, this scooter, you just see this really, really thin swing arm. It's probably half, even a third as thick. This comes with nice hydraulic brakes, which I think if you're buying a scooter is one of the things you don't want to cheap out on, because it makes your whole experience better when you have hydraulic brakes. Not only does it brake better, but you have way less maintenance to deal with. They last for thousands of miles before you really got to mess with it. It just makes the scooter ride so much better, safer, and stop so much more easy. Last thing we'll talk about in here is the suspension. It's really dirty right now and hard to see it. I apologize for that. This suspension feels really good on this, to the point where I feel like these are hydraulic coilovers. I'm not 100% sure on that. They ride great. It's nice and firm, and I think what helps with the stability is the shocks here that they've chosen. They're quite thick springs, a small amount of preload, but a decent amount of travel. On hard bumps, they do still give a bit, but when you're in general on something smooth like a bike trail, they're just very, very stable. I like the suspension. I like everything about the scooter geometry and how they've chosen to build this whole bottom swing arm part. If this scooter is outside your budget at $1,100, I do want to mention another scooter right now really quick. Let me get it up here. They just sent me a brand new Ausom. This is the Ausom DT2 Pro dual motor. I know that's a weird name, but it's 800 bucks, dual motors, similar amount of pull on this to the DT2 Pro. Biggest difference is that you're gonna get mechanical brakes, which is something you can upgrade to hydraulic brakes for pretty cheap. If you're willing to sacrifice a little of the braking quality, you can get a very similar scooter here for 800 bucks. So be sure to check this one out too. I'll have a review coming for this soon, probably next month. Let's go for another ride, do a range test, see about how much it'll get with my 200 pounds on it. All right, we got the relive going. Let's see what the range is like on this. Let's take the road today on this scooter. It's real nice out. I'm feeling the road. I'm just jamming out this ride. If I don't talk that much, that's why. I'm gonna need to tighten my knee pad of hair. I've been having problems with this knee pad for days. I'm about to just buy a new one. I think it's all stretched out. There's a cop up there. He's turning right in front of us too. I wonder if he's like got the speedo on us. Coming up on your left, on the left. What's up, brother?
How's it going? I'm in here.
Yo. Couple e-skaters. Like the light. Alright guys, we made this south side of town here. We're at 8.3 miles right now, right around 53.4 volts. So we're gonna go head back the other way now. That should put us at least 16 miles. We'll see how it looks when we get home. If we can get a couple more and get 20. Wow, there's a bit of a headwind this way. We hope we didn't screw ourselves with the range. We will see. Scooter still got it, even on low battery here. Down to 50 volts. Made it back on 2 volts, which is crazy. So we still got another 5-10 miles on this scooter. Let's keep riding a little more. Try and drain it down. We can connect up to another bike path here and go north. Nice scooter, bro. Decent traction. These are kind of a weird hybrid tire. They look like an off-road tire, but I don't think they are. They're definitely more of a road tire than an off-road. Let's do a hill test here. This hill stinks to walk up. I know it doesn't look steep on the video right now, but trust me, it's steep. We're still holding 30 with the low battery. 46 volts on the screen. Plenty of juice on this scooter. Look at the deer. Just sneak right up on them. Woo! Alright guys, we just got back. We got 20.1 miles in, and we still, I don't know if you can see it, but we still got 49.5 volts. So probably still 30-40% left in the scooter. If you don't want to get stranded, safe to say you get 25 miles out of this. It will get a little slower at the end, but it still has a lot of power even right now at 49 volts. So good range on this scooter. 25 miles. Thanks for watching, guys. Now you know the top speed, the acceleration, and the range of the scooter, and you know all the reasons why I think it's a premium scooter even in this price range. So if you happen to want either of these scooters, please use the link down below in the description to support my channel. Thanks a lot. Scooter Gang out. All right, thumbnail, zoom in, get it close like this.